He's watching at a slight and safe off angle, so can back away here, try and play for that. Retake a fight by Sentinels. They're forcing the issue forward, and the jump spot by 10's almost a little bit risky, but the plant is down.
And the plant able to be committed because there was that pressure over towards Waterfall. It wasn't smoked off.
Scout destroyed.
MIBR choosing to fight it, and Sen find themselves in a 4v4 retake, both raises down. Remember, that paranoia didn't get used early round from 10s. He still has it.
Right, the kicking here with the smokes propped up here, dividing up the site. A little bit more palpable for them. Paranoia now finally gliding through. Big connection onto a multitude of targets, but again, there's no follow-up. The volleys are just delaying. How are Sentinels going to take this one with time of the essence? Sticking onto it, Sassy, half already. Might have just earned them enough time here. Mazin, all the way forward, spamming and tapping all the way. John just about gets it.
Now they will be.
And now, chance and
30 seconds
opportunity.
left.
Look at this, Mazin. Yeah, strikes correctly and precisely the right moment.
The problem is for Sen, is that a lurker? Is that the full hit? Was it a fake? Or was Mazin just playing a very aggressive lurk on Viper? They're unsure. They don't know where to commit right now.
There's only 13 seconds left, pushing through the smoke. I mean, just say taking that fight straight to them on an open A side. That has sown enough, at least chaos there, into the mix of the round. They have to deal with these stragglers. Jesus, hey, the stinger shot to the head. He's still alive and kicking though, and he is causing all sorts of distractions, isn't he? Leave it to 10's here on the bonus. Just don't know where a lot of these players are. Single shot, there we go. Straight to the chest. One more in the chamber. Not enough though. That full armor just saving the day there for Mazin, but a 1v2 and potential chances here for Sassy, but time running short. You can start to hear it ticking and ticking away. Got to get a move on here if you want any sort of chance. One spotted, tap, forcing them forwards, but here it is, MIBR. Really only being postured off by Mazin as a paranoia exchange on either side out on the opposite section of the map with Mazin falling. A control now going to be going towards Sentinels, and all in the middle of all of this. Tucked to the corner, that's Zelsis here, and he's playing again, the bait and switch and a snap to the side. Agile Meister at least with the trade, but now he's just a solo player. One left standing, TP's up, and it's too predictable. I don't want to make another go of this here, over, but the snake bite drop down at your feet. I mean, it's Arzine in no man's land.
That's not good enough at MIBR. You need way more pressure, and you also need to bait out that util.
Play towards the reactions here. The dog was that connection onto the stun as well. Jason A seeking to capitalize. He is so fast onto the target now. Deciding what util he really wants to just offload here. Now to the Seekers, but that's going to be causing a paranoia to go flying. And MIBR, it's disjointed at best here, but now they're finally starting to gain some of that ground and scaling into the site. But they've got to remove these pesky players. Reinforcements arriving. Still, collection of kills out towards the back. Nana Swarm a little bit too shallow there. Doesn't connect, and a snap of the wrist from 10 certainly does, with Mazin dropping Spike out in the open, and the last one spotted, the solo player of FRZ, not a chance. What a time to use the pit. It's going to be defended as well in this place. Drop down here. It's Celsius. He's going to try and watch the car. What is that?
30 seconds left.
Ozine just pre-firing up top there. That will remove the pit. And now Celsius, he's in a bit of danger here. Bullets going flying. FRZ.
This is a great
lockdown. Nightfall on top of it with the pit. It is a collection, cacophony of ultimates all offloaded here. Showstopper on top of it. And who will be the winner? Who will be the victor? It's Chaos thrown into the mix. And it feels like it's all Sentinels! Not enough bullets! Not enough to break the lockdown. 2 versus 2. Spike is down. Paranoia flying, gliding here, dropping down into main. Got to try and defend their positions and stop them from really getting themselves into position. FRZ holding it down inside of the smoke. And it leaves it to Sassy in that 1v2. 1v1 still now being found here, but here it is. Getting the time ticking, the tap onto it, seeing if he can at least force that position out wide, but he doesn't have a clue where FRZ is, and the reposition is immaculate. So
now there's another issue. 10s with the off.
Oh, that's true, actually. In through the one way. They want to disrespect this one, but as this was happening, Mazin again losing that battle out towards A rubble. Feeling like he has to overexert himself ever so slightly, maybe. Connection there from Trailblazer. Will it signal the go button? Yes, it will, but they're being blinded up and just sprayed down.
MIBR don't seem to respect snake bites in the way that perhaps they should be, because Sen have got the follow-up every time behind it. Mazin's died on these aggro lurks a little too much. MIBR not waiting for the main portion of their fight to cause a distraction before getting the lurk in.
What a shot.
And it's just a catastrophe. Every block falling.
When you just try and disrespect, ego check through with the decay and the snake bite.
Heavy rubble fight here for Sen.
Again with a snake bite. This time they are just corralling, collected up. See if they can take that gamble and that fight together. The Sentinels are the ones who are entirely favored, not willing to give up that space.
That's a utility combo again. Sen have not fought with 4 players over this side of the map. And they MIBR certainly not expecting Zelsis to be tucked under mound there. But yeah, Sen are really mixing up their defense side. They haven't gone for a heavy rubble fight.
Yeah, tucking away. He's worried about there being a slight gap here, but as the smoke fades, he might be able to get his eyes onto somebody, one player maybe, but not accounting. The close corner, pushing him. Hello with the rockets at the feet, and Ardazine dealt with RGL. Quick to take up that space once more, and a deep flank all the way wrapped around. That's going to be causing distractions here. Paranoia flying through, blinded up, kills. Need to be found here in a 3 versus 3, making a 3 versus 2. That might be trying to withstand this one. They are still in the post plant. Maybe there are still chances for them here in the post plant position with this door. Snake bite, nano swarms.
So now they know the rough positions of both players.
They do. Maybe enough time pressure could be purchased. Spamming through. Half already purchased and bought. Maybe the backup plan. Zekken brought down. So 9-3 will be that final scoreline.
Looking to move back over towards A. They're going to have a good read here of where Sen are finishing.
And a swarm will delay any sort of engagement out towards Tree, but guess what? Paranoia is dodged along the board at Util. The kills at least being collected here. It's evened out on either side here. 3v3. Still no ground gained here to get a safe plant down, and there's a fast rotation from all the MIBR players up top here. It's a game of timing and chances, and RGL just doesn't win his out, not when he's up against 2.
Very nice there from John and Zelsis to just put a pause in there, double up, make sure that they could trade out a player on site without any risk. But John is weak.
Yeah, and that opens up an opportunity maybe for Mazin, but he does need that one kill. Can he find the second attack from Zelsis? Reveals the position, but matters not. It's really not. A lot of rifles online here for Sen. Clean movement from Zekken. What is that, man? I mean, just understands the angle, even though it's smoked off. Just spraying down. Position that players do like to play. Hello, might be getting a bit overzealous, but it is traded through. Hop in! And that's a bit of disrespect, isn't it? Tens. Unlikely contender of the space, but he does eventually take it himself.
Yeah, we're getting the sloppiness in here now.
Oh, yeah.
Sen want to finish it out, you can tell. But they found themselves in a 2v2. Health disadvantage. No plant down just yet.
Snake bite. Zelsis is low. It's going to be forced wide. Yeah, he's going to go down to it, in fact. Pick your poison in that spot. The post plant, though, Tens can play this position. He just needs to isolate these fights!
Backside for Sen makes it very difficult for defenders to fight over this area.
Wow.
And FRZ tries to swing off turret contact. Doesn't realize there are 2 Sen players pressuring B instead of the more standard 1 lurker, and they get punished for it.
Liberty's being taken entirely by Sentinels. I think you're right.
It's the details,
Yeah,
man.
the vibes from Sentinels right now, we're just being so loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
You can feel that they want to just try and put a stop to this map. Now, they have called a bit of a pause in the play here into this round after pressuring towards front B.
Here's the flash. Ooh, does actually catch info onto somebody. That's
Mazin. I mean, he's set up wide here. RGL managed to by his side. Looking to take the fight there. Maybe expecting there to be only 1 player, but they fall. Anyway, 2 left to stand and pick up the pieces. Maybe forge something of it for MIBR. Jesus and Ardazine. You need a miracle.
Yeah, I think have a little chat about Bind at this point. 2v5, 12-3. Sen.
Here.
I don't see how they lose this one, but it would start with JZZ getting a pick.
Paranoia is good, delaying and buying a bit of time. But they need way more kills where that came from. And how do they set it up? Flash. Connection. Zekken cleared. 3 left to stand, and Tens is low. But now with the smoke popped up again, it just gets that much more difficult time working against them. And this is for the map as a reminder here. Crumbling beneath them. And it will have to be heroics. But I don't think it's in order. Not for MIBR right now. Not for map 1. Full focus. Set your sights onto Pine. But the Sentinels, they've come straight back into this opting for here with a knife, smoke. It's all being used to dissuade and push back. Any sort of approach here, underhanded flash as well, seeking to refight, but it's just stray shots at least onto Zelsis. He was separated from all of that prior util.
Yeah, maybe a bit of a comms issue there. Zelsis thinking that they were going to commit to the site here. The rest of the team calling the cancel.
Hello. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Artsin! Time to fry. Time to farm as well with a spike drop down into his lap.
That is an amazing double kill there with the Ghost. Zekken almost walks backwards into JCZ, just dodges it. But this spike is down in an almost unretrievable spot. It should be MIBR getting off to a great beginning here.
Toxins going up.
Almost unfathomable that John and Zekken could recover this situation. Especially with such little time remaining, too.
Yeah, 30 seconds. I mean, he's poking around, seeing where this player is. The Artisan was... He's in forward position. He is. He's hidden in the TP. So, okay, Boombot opens the door. Wait, did it timing it? Oh, there we go. Revealed. Well off that cue. Artisan seeking to really do some damage and more. But a nail into the round.
So flanks pushing out on defense is good.
Well, Dog as well, seeking to really just pop in and clear this one. Hello.
Don't let
Light delivery, little bro. He's getting away with it. But a flash maybe will contain it. That is just anarchy in the mix. MIBR, it's a 2v3. They got the planet in the midst of that. You are joking. You can't let it topple like this. Please, MIBR.
They just couldn't get any momentum going on map one. It would be cruel to rip it away so early. But Sen are not in the mood to make friends.
No, not at all, man. That's a win.
Broken, and that stops him from going for some kind of showers crunch. He's moved way far away from it as MIBR tries to take space. Oh, brutal.
Wingman. At least a Dizzy pointing forwards here with the rifles, trying to take the fight up close. And personal here. Second wave of all of that util. Great movement by John QT, just sidestepping all of the damage and the threats navigated.
That sand crunch.
Yeah. Knife tags too. Addison is in a close position. He's tucked and well, hearing that sound. No way! Such over the top! Second takes him out!
Was he in midair when those bullets were coming out?
I believe so. I mean, we'll see it on the replay.
I don't know whether I want to see it on the replay, Brent.
Absolutely disgusting stuff.
Well,
JJC.
Here comes seconds as well.
Got to be the stalwart defender of this one. Rocket. No kills found. That was just from the spray of JZA, seeking to make something of the moment, but still, it's got to be another save round. I mean, everything was pushed into this round. Are they trying to go for this? They're facing. This time they're making a call. They want to go for this one with the Trailblazer right behind it, and there it is. Okay. Two more kills going their way. Orbital strikes on orbital strikes. Tens. It's in the middle of all of this one, and he is fried to a crisp. 6-1, but MIBR looking to put that second one on board. John QT just spotting, shoulder poking out, receives the one, but he's got more targets where that came from. MIBR shouldn't let that one slip, and they're not going to. So 6-2. Boombot, but the snake bite does well to push them back and away with the mollies. Oh, Zekken does not care about it, man. Such a straight over, full disrespect here from the util. JZZ, far too much to deal with. Pop flash on Mazine. It wasn't quite set up for it, but he can't reset the aim. But a second follow through is perfection from Sentinels.
That's an immaculate take as well. There's actually a brimstone molly from Zelsis that lands in elbow to keep JZZ trapped on site, so he can't fall back there. So many layers to put pressure on somebody who's going to be playing around Garden and somebody playing around Hookah. So well played by Sen. A couple of teams are going to be stealing that.
Oh, yeah. So well timed with it, revealing everything. Well, the pit will drop.
That's big.
And Argyle backs away here. Maybe some time. Space being purchased here from Artisan, but now reveals his position out open. Now 1v1, but time starting to tick. And that forces the issue.
It's not the macro that's really been the difference maker, though.
This is a... Oh, they want to refight this. Call's being made. It's a dry swing. No, not quite. There's a left foot flash from Mazine, and it supports it up elegantly. Precision will lock that round away, and we just discussed it, Josh. We talked about it. That refight, you've got the double flash comp. It's the bread and butter. It's what the comp is good at. Thrash this time to cleave its way all the way through detainment. There it is. Sitting duck, FRZ. There's no help, no respite, and that's because of that molly again. You see it. No chance of a pop flash player, anybody else that can support them through here. Zelsis now with a plant, and Zekken, extra weapon in his arsenal. That showstopper. It's in. Ready and pretty. Ready to be popped off at the first signs of life of MIBR. Trailblazer to be met here with the Thrash, leading the charge right into Elbow. Detainment there, Showstopper on top of it. It's all combined it. It's overwhelming at its core. You don't stand a chance.
Orbital strike for RGL.
Okay.
I don't think they were expecting it all.
No. Posted up onto the position here for the smoke. Up in their faces.
Right there.
It feels like a lot of these defense setups are based on where the KO is playing. They don't have as much proactivity on the other side of the map. RGL can't even find a time to use the ult.
Let's find a time for the kill, but his back's going to be open wide and open. Okay, eventually kill claim there for Zelsis.
And that's ult online. Post-plant molly. Zelsis is going to be able to delay this defuse for so long. MIBR need to get a move on here.
Tempo needs to be increased. First wave of that util, you can see it. Line up Larry. On for it now with the molly, dropping it down. That just buying him even more time. Bodies out in the open. Desperation. And a 9-3 half. Sentinels, so they are getting themselves now into the side, but not enough to really dissuade it. But finally, plant on, line forwards. Space taken, scaling now in a flank here. Zelsis right behind them. Can't win out the fight. Mazine just tucks it there. Shoulder peeking out, but now a clearance now into Lamps. No connection, not from the flash. RGL. Beautiful shot to the Ghost. Ringing true. Defuse, half from Wingman. Hello, anybody? So you're going to stop this? They do, eventually. Putting a stop to it, but has time been porch on QT.
Point, push back. Now MIBR have long. Sassy goes for a re-exploration and hits that. Unfortunately, MIBR losing another player that's in that kind of lurk spot, reminiscent a little of Lotus. Losing those players early.
Reclaiming the gun. All that ground has been gained here for Mazine. He's not in a position to go on really any more exploration. There's too much to worry about with the smokes dropped down. Still, Sentinels have plenty of players tucked close to the site. Knife. Deep and across. Second, though, still has all of his abilities and more. And he's going to be hearing the rumble of the footsteps backing away, but also forwards here, Mazine.
30 seconds left.
Maybe trying to soundbait ever so slightly. Yeah, okay, Zekken thinking the coast was clear. Will get caught and the head clean off. John QT, though, it's a crossfire setup. And him alongside it, Sassy, TP. Reinforcements arriving just to try and help them out, but MIBR sent scurrying. There's only 13 seconds left. Which direction are you going into? They don't know.
10 seconds left.
There's no time at this point. You're too much to get through. And it's a lost round for MIBR.
And it's not like Senna fighting them for ult orb control, at least at the beginning.
Ooh, that's a nice one to find. Doubled up. John QT falling. Real impetus now being placed! Huh? What is that?
Oh, the Thrash opens the door, and Zekken topples him over like Skittles.
Absolutely ridiculous stuff. Chases A showing his presence here in towards short with a bit of a jiggle of the movement, and now they are putting that squeeze. But once Zelsis don't realize he is there. Still tucked towards pocket. Time available for him to just drop down that smoke, but sprayed down in place. Two players here. Left standing out for MIBR, and it's 2 versus 2. Taking that backside control, planning for it. Trying to flip the site entirely. It's a silent jump up now, up through into heaven. Trailblazer from Sassy, so you can lead the way and clear a lot of that space. Surely he's got to think about it. He is being flanked from FRZ, but no, he's pop flash through now and clearing most of the site, but the Trailblazer not being broken. Painted a pretty picture indeed for Zekken. FRZ, though, he's got to be that difference maker, and he's found the first one, still planted for him. Time is on your side. Just got to slow it down and take it against one of the best players in the world. 1v1 tap from Zekken, facing the wrong direction, expecting that reposition. Zekken again, now which way is he facing? Still expecting it from the spawn angle, and FRZ alerts himself now with the position. There's a nade at his feet, 65. Help! Lets it rip and somehow finds that one. Onto Odyssey in close. Corners into the fight, taking it. And picking them apart. It's meticulous in its nature. Orbital strike has to be uploaded relatively early here.
Very early.
MIBR just feeling the heat. And do they have enough to try and stop this one? Tens ready to defuse onto Wingman half. I don't believe they got it. Goes down to the molly, but only 2 players are left standing. And they know exactly the positioning of them. Sentinels going to be ready now to just try and face them no matter what. John holding it down onto the diffuser. The rest of his team cleans it all up. Massive answer back. The other side of the timeout. Showers contained and held down here. defense by tens. He was a solo player, and there's really no picture in their mind of how they really wanted to try and earn themselves around for MIBR. It's just wandering around the map, hoping that they can be offered a few kills, maybe with the Sheriff.
I mean, there was a flash there. Mazin tried to sync it up with a bounce flash off the wall, but they weren't expecting people to be on the off angles. They're thinking they're just holding a default crossfire. Small adjustments, and it gives Sen the round almost assuredly.
Ooh, spotting possibly on the box there. Sen's noticed at least that they've lost control of this one.
Yeah, even if FRZ was able to get a kill, get the plant, they still don't have the spike.
Shot from B long, he's really just trapped here. Or is he? I mean, where's the swing, where's the trade? He is just taking these duels, willing them into existence. Wants to try and take the fight, the nade won't clear him. Satchel though, and the what is going on? Oh, it's silly and it's messy. Might even describe it as whimsical, but it does grant MIBR at least access to the site. Second, 1v2 now, 5 bullets left. Gotta play for the reload, Boombot. Believe shot down, so everybody healthy now and slow down. Take a bit of a breather if you are MIBR. It's the series on the line. Second.
There's no pressure on Second.
How he's just taking it in his stride. Crossfire setup. Not sure who will be the first contact. Most likely Mazin here, just holding onto it. No way. Snaps it. Doesn't know where the second player is, but it all comes down to him versus Mazin. PP and trying to flood themselves right back into this one. Behind them, Second and Tens coming together, spray through, and it's an open sideline. It's not smoke for that kind of tempo injection into the round here with the Viper's Pit. Maybe enough coverage onto the side to try and provide some level of safety. There's a player advantage for Sentinels, and when they're put in this spot, they capitalize. They can feel it, they can taste it. One more round will make the difference. Mazin, he's fully blinded up there. We're breaking it. First layers of it. Still 2 left to stand here for MIBR, and the pit is still up. No more snake bites though. Another tap. Second. Out in the open. They know where FRZ is.
Do they?
He's made himself noticed, surely. Evacuation, but not enough to evade. Just few straight shots. And it's all Sentinels now. 13-7. Map 2.
Defenders
Don't get me wrong, they were pushed and tested.